there we go. Okay, hey, B-Hop to the rescue with a minute to go prior to the start of the game here. And they were mentioning us there a little bit and looking down over the West Burlington Falcon court here for another great matchup between your West Burlington Falcons and the Harmony Rockets. And so we're going to turn things over to the PA announcer for the starting lineups.
Tonight are the Rockets from Harmony. The West Burlington Independent School District reminds you that you are in a good sportsmanship zone. No negative chants, yells, comments, or acts directed at athletes, coaches, fans, or officials are tolerated. They are on the basis for removal. Conduct does count. Would everyone please stand for your starting lineups? For Harmony, number 1, Winston Wallingford. For West Burlington, number 10, Jared Vogel. For Harmony, number 11, Brian Dye. For West Burlington, number 22, Deshaun Johnson. For Harmony, number 23, Stephen Townsend. For West Burlington, number 24, Nico Selman. For Harmony, number 25, Matt Caston. For West Burlington, number 34, Caleb Honig. For Harmony, number 45, Aaron Fitzsimmons. And for West Burlington, number 40, Clay Seekman. Harmony is coached by Ken Nelson, assisted by James Phillips. West Burlington is coached by Ryan Shulman and Rick Raleigh. The officials for tonight's contest are Mark Cameron, Garrett Allen, and Chris Baker.
All right, great starting lineups there for your Falcons and the Rockets, and we'll just go over them again real quickly here. First for the Rockets, number 1, that's Winston Wallingford, and number 11, that's Brian Dye. Number 23 is Stephen Townsend. Number 25, Matt Caston, and number 45, that is Aaron Fitzsimmons. And for your Falcons, starting lineup, number 10, Jared Fogel. Number 22, Deshaun Johnson. Number 24, Nico Selman. 34, Caleb Honig. And number 40, Clay Seefkin. Derek Gobble, one of the officials, will head to midcourt and throw the ball up between Selman and the Harmony player. They kind of missed the tip, and Harmony wins it.
Oh, nice job.
Clay Seefkin with a block underneath there on the little baseline drive by the Rockets. And Honig tries to get it ahead to Selman for the layup, but leads him a little bit too far underneath the basket. Tipped by Harmony out of bounds. West Burlington ball underneath their own basket. They line up in a straight line. Fogel goes into Seefkin inside. Looks like that's going to be part of the game plan as Seefkin scores 2 for the Falcons.
West Burlington's going to start with some pressure here, full court, and almost gets it up.
That's Harmony Rocket number 11. That's Dye, who nails a little 15-footer and ties the ball game up at 2 apiece. Fogel comes up the floor, and Coach Shellman hollering for them to set things up. Seefkin alley-oops it up to Selman on the baseline. The pass a little too high for Selman. Selman does retain control, puts it into Seefkin. Guess what? 2 more points for the big man inside.
Nice job by Selman to retain possession there on that misfire alley-oop.
And the press converts some action for the Falcons. Seefkin to Honig to Selman for the layup. Quick timeout by the Harmony coach.
Hey, something worth noting here. You know, you mentioned the starting lineups. It's kind of interesting here. Each team is packed with 4 seniors, with 1 junior in Fitzsimmons on Harmony side. Our non-senior is a sophomore, Caleb Honig. You'll see these 2 sophomores coming in, Honig and Tate Snodgrass. 2 amazing, Snodgrass not quite a starter, but he can be any day of the week as well.
He's definitely going to contribute this year. And so head coach Ken Nelson for the Harmony Rockets gets 30-second timeout, and the first horn blows, and out of the huddles they come. And the official will give Harmony the ball on the baseline. Looks like West Burlington's going to set up in a 1-2-1-1 full court press, zone press. They allow the inbound, and Honig gets over there with Selman, who throws Harmony Rocket player throws a deep pass. Siefken steps in and takes the charge against number 1 Winston Wallingford.
I don't think Wallingford liked that very much.
Nope.
But it goes West Burlington's way, and first foul by Wellington.
Siefken does a nice job, though. They're getting position, and he might have had a little bit of a half a step there to pick up the charge, but they're going to go to Honig down here in the left-hand corner. Honig will take a three-point shooter. He's one of the leading three-point shooters in the conference. From what I understand, Selman gets the offensive rebound, but loses his footing and travels. We'll come up with a 1-2-1-1 press again, and they will allow the inbound over to the corner. And that's Brian Dye with the ball. He goes to the middle of the floor and pushes the ball up to 45. That's Aaron Fitzsimmons. And Harmony will slow things down and get things set up. Wallingford taking control at the top as West Burlington settles into a 2-3 zone. That was number 23 for Harmony, Stephen Townsend, who took a three-point shot that went off the rim. Selman gets the rebound, goes coast to coast, misses the layup. Fogel with the rebound, kicks it out to Honig. Honig dribbles it out and says, hey, let's get things set up here, fellas. He passes over to Fogel on the right-hand side. We've got a high-low action going between Johnson and Siefken. Johnson gets it in the high post, skips it over to Honig for a three, and he drills it, giving West Burlington a 9-2 lead. Back into the 1-2-1-1 press. Into Wallingford, over to – this game's just a little bit faster than the girls' game. It'll take us a little bit to catch up. It looks like we've got a foul there on our pressure.
Yeah, that was on Honig. Just lost footing there. He didn't mean to foul, but bumped into, I believe it was 23's back, and they're going to call the foul.
And then 23, Stephen Townsend. He gives the ball into Winston Wallingford at the top of the key. Wallingford dribbles the gap, passes it over to number 11. That's Brian Dye. And he tries to throw it down to 45, Aaron Fitzsimmons. It's deflected by Honig out of bounds. Stephen Townsend will take the ball out of bounds and inbound to Wallingford up top, most likely. No, he goes inside to number 25. That 25 is Matt Caston. He takes two dribbles to the middle of the paint, loses it off his knee, out of bounds, West Burlington basketball.
Hey, West Burlington picked up a quick 9-2 run here, so it's 9-2 with 5:20 left to go in the first.
One three-pointer and 3 field goals into Siefken inside. He tries to go down low to Snodgrass in the high-low.
He gets fouled on the floor there by, I believe, 25.
Yep, that foul will be on Caston, his first. Snodgrass on the inside. As you said, he'll be a contributor to us. And they line up again into Honig and Selman up at the top of the key. He takes one dribble around to the right, gives it to Snodgrass. Snodgrass misses the bunny, but the rebound by Honig, and he gets the putback for the 2 points for West Burlington. Inbounded to Wallingford. Wallingford goes up the court to half court to number 25. That's Matt Caston. He drives down the lane, gives the ball up to one of his teammates who misses a short jumper, and Clay Siefken gets the rebound. Outlets to Honig on the right-hand side. Honig reverses the ball over to Selman. Selman gives it to Fogel on the left-hand side. He dribbles to his right, and Wallingford will be called for the reach-in foul.
It's going to be 2 on Wallingford.
2 quick fouls with only 4:38 to go in the first quarter. 11-2 West Burlington lead, and Wallingford stays on the floor. Fogel brings it up, gives it to Snodgrass out on the right-hand wing. Misdirection, Selman to the other side of the floor, gives it to Siefken. Siefken for the basket. He points to Selman saying, hey, thanks for the pass, guard. And that's what all good post players should do. Harmony tries to bring the ball and run it up the floor. They push the pass ahead to Aaron Fitzsimmons, who's losing control. It'll be West Burlington ball. They'll go the length of the floor.
A couple key points that I see here is, 1, the defense for West Burlington, the pressure they're applying, and 2, the unselfishness by Selman there, picking up a lot of assists right off early.
Honig will dribble to his right. He'll take a mid-range jumper, which Siefken will rebound, put up off the glass for a basket. Back into the press for West Burlington.
It's going to be a 15-2 West Burlington lead. And Fogel steals it.
Fogel with the anticipation. He ends up with a layup off the Harmony turnover. Great steal by Fogel. They inbound it down in the corner. That's where West Burlington would like to see the ball. Unfortunately, they make a deep pass up to Wallingford, and he goes coast to coast for a layup. That's his first basket of the ball game.
Good leadership by the point guard, the senior. Picks up 2 points for Harmony.
Again, we play the inside-out game. Siefken gives the assist to Snodgrass. Snodgrass gives him a little thanks in return. Nico Selman reaches in for a quick steal underneath his own basket.
What?
And no foul there, but he gets the basket. Real quick one. And the Harmony guard looks up like what just happened. Wallingford skips the ball across court to his teammate who pushes it ahead to 45. Clay Siefken gets a much-needed tip. Snodgrass comes away with the ball ahead to Fogel. Fogel around his back at half court. He's going down the court with his left. Siefken makes the catch, goes up strong, gives a point of the finger to Fogel for another assist.
This is the best team play I've seen by West Burlington all year.
Another turnover on the West Burlington press. Tate Snodgrass pushes it ahead to Nico Selman, who scores on the layup. Not exactly sure what happened there, but it looks like Harmony's going to turn the ball over on just mishandling the basketball.
Just raw pressure by the Falcons. It's nothing Harmony's really doing so bad. It's what West Burlington's doing so great, I think.
That's right. And so now in for the Falcons, we've got Tyson Abbott, I believe, and Deshaun Johnson. They come in for Siefken and Fogel.
Again, 2 more seniors.
So Selman puts it into Abbott, who gives a nice little skip pass over to Honig, who puts it inside to Snodgrass on the post up. There's a foul called on number 45. That's Fitzsimmons for the Rockets. And that'll bring Snodgrass to the line for 2 shots. Snodgrass has had quite a few touches already there on the inside. He puts the ball up, rolls up onto his toes, and ends up shooting just a bit long. That falls out. And so he'll have 1 left here at the line.
Honig's going to get a break. Hostetter checking in for the Falcons.
Snodgrass misses the second. He went 0 for 2 in that trip. Harmony pushes the ball up to number 3. That's counts. And with the steal, Nico Selman coming the other way. He pushes the ball ahead to Johnson. Johnson with a nifty little step around and a basket down on the right-hand side of the paint.
Just worked it right around Brian Dye and picks up an easy 2.
Wallingford does a nice job dribbling through the pressure, but then throws an errant pass over the head of his teammate, number 45, Fitzsimmons, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's a 27-4 lead with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. West Burlington in command. Nico Selman dribbles down, says, hey, I've got a wide-open jumper here from 3. I think I'll take it. Why not?
And boom, he hits it. And that's going to lead 30-4. West Burlington just taking a huge command right here.
Selman already with 9 points on the ball game. Harmony pushes it up. Number 3 takes a 3-point shot.
And guess who gets it?
Selman with the rebound. Selman dribbling down the floor. He gives it up to Johnson on the right. Nifty spin move, but no, he didn't spin a little bit too much. Looks like they're going to call a foul on the Rockets.
He'll be going to the line, shooting 2.
And that foul is called on Fitzsimmons. That's his second. Johnson steps to the line and hits his first. Another substitute coming in here for the Falcons. That's number 2, Rel Greer, who will come in and give Selman a break after his quick 9 points in the first quarter. Johnson dribbles a couple times, shoots his second free throw. It's off the left-hand side of the rim. Wallingford rebounds. He pushes it ahead to number 3. Counts off the rim, and that's a rebound for Tyson Abbott. Tyson Abbott does a nice job pursuing rebounds, I've noticed, in the games that the Falcons have played. He pushes it ahead to Travis Hostetter, who returns it to him. Hostetter feeds Snodgrass in the post. He goes up high off the glass, but misses off the back of the rim. Wallingford with the rebound. He pushes it ahead to Travis Hostetter, who anticipates the pass, who gets it to Greer. Greer brings it up the left side of the floor to Deshaun Johnson. He dribbles left, goes down the lane, and gets fouled by number 45, Aaron Fitzsimmons. That's his third. So the foul.
Sorry, someone to look at here, Rel Greer, you mentioned his name right there. He's got really good skills, I think, in the ball handling. He's only a sophomore, so somebody to watch there.
So the Falcons have a 31-4 lead. Johnson to the line. He misses the first of his 2 shots. He's 1 for 3 from the line. And here comes Riley Clements, number 54, for Snodgrass. Johnson shoots his second, hits the front of the rim off the backboard. He gets 2. He's shooting 50% on the game. Here comes Hayden Wilson into the ball game for the Falcons. So if you look out on the floor right now, you've got Tyson Abbott, Travis Hostetter, Rel Greer, Hayden Wilson, and Riley Clements. All 5 starters already in the first quarter here, getting a little bit of an extra breather for the Falcons with a 32-4 lead.
I like it. Your ball handlers probably be Rel Greer, Tyson Abbott, and some with
Okay,
Hostetter.
so I think what happened here is we had somebody that came into the game and failed to report at the scores table, and so that leads to a technical foul against the Falcons. That'll send Harmony's Counts to the line. That's Taryn Counts. He's going to shoot some free throws here on the air by the Falcon player. Don't know who that was. We had so many subs coming in at the time.
And just worth noting, that's the West Burlington, as aggressive as they're playing, that's only their second foul. Worth noting, Harmony has 6 fouls and 4 points. But as you mentioned, he's going to shoot another one here.
He misses both of his free throws, and Harmony will get possession of the ball on the far side of the basket on the technical foul. When you're sending that many players to the scorer's bench, sometimes, it's hard. They're supposed to be waiting and listening for the referee to bring him in. I see that Chris Baker down here has got his hands up. He's trying to make sure everything in the scorebook looks good. And this is a good move on the referee's part, making sure everything's set.
I'm sure you got some excitement for some players that, are excited to get in there early on, first quarter. And
absolutely. So Wallingford takes the ball to the rim on the inbound past Greer, misses, falls to the floor, and the outlet goes to Abbott. Abbott takes the ball down the left-hand side of the floor, left-hand layup, miss, no good. That counts with the rebound. Rel Greer will try to harass him so that he can't get to the basket, which he does. They swing the ball over to number 23. That's Stephen Townsend. He throws it back to Counts, who fires an errant three-pointer off the back of the rim. Hayden Wilson nearly has the rebound, but unfortunately Fitzsimmons comes up with it, and Wilson fouls him on the shot.
Does he play varsity? He doesn't.
So Fitzsimmons will go to the line for 2 shots on the foul by Wilson. He puts his first up, hits the front of the rim, and falls off the back. Fitzsimmons goes to the line for his second shot. This one will roll in for a point for Harmony on the foul. And so it's 32-5 with 26 seconds to go in the first quarter. That feed goes into Clements, who gets his own rebound. Hey, he's padding his stats because he just got a conventional potential 3-point play. The foul is on number 23, Townsend. That'll send Clements to the line for a single free throw on his basket.
Listen, Clements picks up 2 points and a rebound and possibly another one here. Let's see.
He puts up the free throw. It comes off the front of the rim, but Hayden Wilson jumps up, gets the rebound. He puts an errant shot off the left side of the board, and Harmony secures the rebound. That was a great rebound by Wilson. Just a little bit of a...
little too much there off the rim.
Yep, he'd have had himself a basket. Hostetter coming down the floor with 4-3-2, and Grell takes 2 steps, puts up a shot at the end of the quarter. Wow. I'll tell you what.
That was a quick one as well. It seemed like 2 minutes. 8 minutes seemed quick. But
I don't do a whole lot of play-by-play, B-Hop, but I'll tell you what. I can feel it in my throat right now after that quarter. 34-point West Burlington quarter. That puts West Burlington up 34-5 going into the second quarter. Let's see here. 34, and my math skills are not exactly solid. But
132.
We're on pace for 132, 136
Is it
points.
136?
I think it's 136. I did the math
That's
with
why
the
you're
lattice.
the teacher.
No. You were doing it in your head. I had to use the paper.
I had my abacus over here. Is that what it was? I was plus 3 red ones, minus the 4, carry the 2.
Yeah, and now that you see that, it comes to 136.
Okay.
So we're on pace for 136 points. I don't think we're going to see that happen. You never know.
Take notice the starters are back in round 2.
That's right. So actually we bring back all the starters except for Siefken. Snodgrass comes in for Siefken. So Fogel gets the ball here in the second half. They line up 1-4 high. Deshaun Johnson gets the ball, swings it over to Hoenig, and guess what? Tate Snodgrass with the feed. and he gives Honig a little bit of thanks with his eyes on the way back. West Burlington brings up the full court man-to-man pressure. They pressure Wallingford, who gives it up to Counts. Counts tries to throw the pass into number 23. It's picked off by Snodgrass. He outlets to Honig, gives it to Selman on the left-hand side. That's a layup for Selman for his 11th point of the game.
You look at who's out on the court here. I mean, our big men can dribble, and they can dribble well. So a lot of speed in the game right now for West Burlington.
Yep, good close out there by Deshaun Johnson. Wallingford with the ball on the left-hand side. He dribbles into the middle. Honig deflects it, and Harmony comes up with the loose ball. Counts over to number 11. He gives it back to him in three-point range. 11 takes the shot. That was Dye. Dye came up short.
Nice pass.
Looked like Selman got the rebound, gave it out to Honig, who pushed it ahead to Fogel, and red number 3, that's Counts, picks up his first. And Harmony now has 8 team fouls. That sends West Burlington to the bonus, the charity stripe, for the rest of the half. Fogel will go there for the 1-and-1. He hits his first and gets the opportunity at the second. Fogel, the lefty, steps up, takes a couple dribbles, looks up at the rim, fires his second shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net. That brings our lead to a 35-point lead for your Falcons at 40-5 with 6:51 to go in the second quarter. Fogel harassing the ball handler at three-quarter court. Wallingford dribbles up, picks up his dribble, passes it over to 11. I believe that's Dye, who goes to the hole. Snodgrass had a chance to take a charge there, but Dye pulled up short. He missed his attempt, and there's a foul on the ground.
Really good defense there by Snodgrass. You know, I don't know which way it would have went, a charge or it would have been a foul on him either way, but good defense there. I think he might have fouled later on.
Yeah, Selman actually got credited with that foul, and that gives Harmony the ball underneath their own basket. They throw it away on the inbounds. Snodgrass with the tip. Fogel takes it, gives it over to Selman on the left-hand side. Selman takes a step, thinks better of it, reverses the ball through Fogel over to Johnson. He'll drive into the paint and get fouled by number 21, McCarty. That'll send Deshaun Johnson to the line for 2 shots. Actually, the foul is on number 35, Gehrig, not McCarty. And so that saves McCarty the foul. Johnson will still get 2. He's shooting 50% from the line tonight. He steps up, takes one dribble, gets nothing but the bottom of the net to convert the first.
I don't see 35 up on the board there. That's Jaden Gehrig. So it must be his first foul, I think. I don't know.
Deshaun Johnson's second shot goes off the back of the rim. Snodgrass and Wallingford go up for the rebound. Wallingford doesn't like it, but they call a jump ball and they give it to Harmony. Deshaun Johnson heading over to the bench. Clay Siefkin coming in for the Falcons. We will pressure again here in the full court. Looks like a man-to-man pressure. We're just trying to harass them. Doesn't look like we're trying to get a whole lot of steals. Wallingford coming off the ball screen to his right. And
timeout. Harmony.
Ken Nelson gets the timeout, and looks like he's asking for a 30.
Hey, listen, we're going to take a quick break right here, let you catch your break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned, 30 seconds.
And the Falcon band gets in a few notes there. I'm using your color. I'm stealing your color to come out of the timeout there.
That's good.
Looks like the Falcons are setting up in a 1-3-1 half-court zone defense coming out of the timeout. Give the Rockets something different to look at. Abbott comes up to harass the ball handler, Wallingford. He's trying to keep him on one side of the floor. Wallingford comes across the help line and comes off the ball screen over to
nice job.
Sheets. Wallingford does a nice spin move inside for the Harmony basket.
He's got some skills handling the ball right there. Nice give and go, and 2 points Harmony.
Fogel brings the ball up, gives it to Abbott, who goes inside to Siefkin. He skips the ball over on the opposite side to Honig. Honig back into Siefkin, who looks opposite, gives it to Fogel on the top of the key. Fogel dribbles in, says, let's set it up, boys. He pushes it over to Honig. Honig says, let's shoot it. It goes off the back of the rim, and Harmony gets the rebound. They push it ahead. Fogel thinks about reaching in and disrupts the ball handler just enough to cause a Harmony turnover. 41-7 with 5:31 to go in the half. Your Falcons in the lead.
Falcons show Fogel, Abbott, Siefken, Honig, and Snodgrass.
Abbott with a three-point attempt on the left-hand side. He misses. It goes in and out. That should have dropped. And Harmony gets the rebound. Wallingford to the hole. Nice little move there on the left-hand side of the basket. He scores the layup with that attempt.
And that's what Harmony needs. You know, a senior right there, the ball handler says, hey, I made the last one. Why not go for it, step up and see if I can go again. And I like seeing him step up as a leader there.
Absolutely. The Falcons go inside to Snodgrass, and there's a foul there. That foul is on, looks like number 25. That's Caston, his second. Snodgrass buries the first of his free throws. He's 1 for 3 from the line. Here comes Greer for Honig.
Looks like Dye's going to come in and replace number 35. That's Gehrig. Gehrig's a big boy, a freshman.
Snodgrass steps in, hits his second free throw. Now he's shooting 50% from the line for the game. Fogel just called dead on that ball. Instead, Wallingford heads up with the ball, and a nice block by Snodgrass inside. Abbott comes away with the loose ball. He's dribbling it down the middle of the floor. He gives it up to Siefken over on the right-hand side on the short corner. Nice arch on that shot, nothing but the net for Clay.
I like watching him shoot. He's got a nice little touch there and doesn't get rattled. You know, he's experienced, and Siefken picks up an easy 2.
Looks like 10 points for Siefken on the game, according to my stats. A steal by Fogel. He pushes ahead to Greer. Greer brings the ball down the middle of the floor. He sees Siefken, gives it to Siefken on the left-hand side. Guess what? Siefken with a nice little shuffle step. He gets fouled, puts the basket in. It's good. The foul's on number 15. That's Alan White.
And that all started from Fogel on the other end. You saw that give and go with Wallingford earlier. Fogel read that, and it didn't happen the second time.
Siefken tries to convert the traditional three-point play and does. Here comes Nico Selman for Fogel. And it looks like Siefken has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 15 points on the ball game already. 4:13 to go in the half. It's 48-9 Falcon lead. Selman harassing the ball handler. Good help side by Tate Snodgrass. They have to kick the ball back out to Wallingford. His teammate takes an ill-advised 3. Selman with the rebound. Selman pushes it ahead to Siefken, who makes a great catch and puts the basket in.
Wow.
Nice catch and put back, or a layup there by Siefken, and I'm sure he pointed back to Selman and said, great pass,
Great
teammate.
pass. Oh, and
Selman
great pick.
gets a nice little pick off. Watch this trailing pass. No. Instead, he goes to the rack, and he gets a layup of his own.
Might even had a foul there. They decided no call, which is fine. They're letting the boys play a little bit there, but nice pick and 2 points there by Selman.
Selman ends up with, looks like he's got 11 on the game. Wallingford, nice shot fake. He's going to the rim, and Snodgrass will foul him on his attempt.
There's a lot of height here, and these boys can jump. They're creating havoc on Harmony, if you will, forcing a lot of turnovers, which relates to the 52-9 lead by West Burlington.
Snodgrass picks up his first foul, sends Wallingford to the line. He ends up short after all the work he's been doing in the first half, getting the ball up the floor. Doesn't bend his knees enough and draws the front of the iron. More substitutes for Harmony coming into the game. Gehrig and McCarty. Wallingford for his second. Off the back of the rim this time. Clay Siefken with the rebound. Wallingford missed both free throws on that trip to the line. Not a bad foul by Snodgrass. Hostetter feeds the ball inside to Snodgrass. Speaking of him, he does a nifty little drop step for a layup. That gives Snodgrass his 6th point of the game.
Good defense by Abbott, and then goes after the rebound there.
Yep, he secures the rebound, goes coast to coast. Just off the front of the iron, Snodgrass with the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball. The ball will remain in West Burlington's possession.
Big substitutions here. They're bringing in Honig and Brooks DeRozier's coming in. Also Deshaun Johnson.
So the Falcons have Abbott, Hostetter, Honig, Johnson, and DeRozier on the floor, taking it out underneath their own basket. It goes to Honig. Honig to Abbott at the top of the key. He takes one dribble for a jumper at the free throw line, nails it. Great shot there by Tyson Abbott for his first 2 points of the basketball game.
It's nice watching Coach, get a lot of different legs in here and really spread it up a bit.
The bounce pass goes off Hostetter's leg and out of bounds underneath Harmony's basket. Deshaun Johnson's holding up a fist, which looks like it means a little bit of a combination defense here. And now they've dropped into a 2-3 zone. Down in the corner, the Harmony player. That's number 11. Dye, he takes a three-pointer and nails it.
Well, Coach, for West Burlington here, he's going to take a timeout, slow it up for a second. He hasn't really had much to say the first half of the game, been kind of quiet, our coaches have.
Absolutely. 56-12, West Burlington lead. And that's a 44-point lead with 2:22 to go here in the half. And still, we have the fans, including the Rocket fans, standing up and showing their pride for their school. And it's always good to see.
You're right. You said it right there. And on a side note, I'm counting up the cheerleaders. It looks like they have 10 total, 7 on the side, 3 there against our 4. So they are winning the cheerleading numbers, if you will.
All right, so DeRozier brings the ball up the floor, gives it to Hostetter on the left-hand side. They swing the ball back and forth, feed Johnson. Johnson mishandles it a little bit off the deflection, and Harmony gets the steal. That's number 23, Townsend, bringing the ball up the floor. Wallingford out of the game for the moment. He gets a ball screen at the top of the zone. He throws the pass over to somebody who was cutting. He zigged when I zagged, Coach, he says, and the ball sails out of bounds.
Looks like more substitutions. You got my buddy Cam Guyan down there, Hayden Wilson, and number 32 is Darius Red. My understanding is there's a couple kids on this team that can put the ball down. Red's one of them, from what I heard. The other been Nico Selman.
Nifty high-low feed from Wilson to Cam Guyan, who scores on the inside.
Cam Guyan picking up his first 2. I like to see it. A good kid.
Tell you what, great pass by Wilson on that. 11 steps up. That's his second three-pointer die, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him.
And I think that's why our coach called the last time out. He did not want him open. You don't want him getting a hot hand. And
Hostetter over to Red, over to DeRozier on the left-hand side of the wing. They swing the ball back around to Hostetter. Hostetter dribbles to his left, looks right, brings it back left to DeRozier, and Red on the left-hand side of the wing. He throws a great skip pass over to Hostetter. Hostetter dribbles it around, throws it back up to DeRozier on top. Red's going left. He comes to a jump stop, throws it out top to Hostetter. Thinks better of it. Hostetter feeds Wilson. Wilson goes up strong. It might have been a little bit of contact there, but a block is what the ruling is. And Harmony will come away with the defensive rebound. There's Dye with his third three-pointer of the game, and he is getting excited.
He's smiling ear to ear right there, baby. He's like, listen, hey, you keep throwing me the ball. I'm 3 for 3. We'll just keep trying this.
If I'm not mistaken, Dye just caused a turnover there on Hostetter as well. Hostetter dribbling the ball. And looks like Jaden Zarita and Dylan Booth are going to be coming in here for the Falcons.
Worth noting, Dye has 11 points. His number's 11. He has 11 of the 18 right there.
Wallingford goes to the hole. Looks like Red is going to get called for the foul on the baseline drive. He is indeed. That'll take Wallingford to the line. He has missed both of his free throw attempts so far. Yeah, with the reverse jinx in action, of course, Wallingford hits his first.
He's going to show you.
And he will attempt his second free throw now. As I look down there at Dye, Dye's wearing glasses down there on the floor with that big smile. Maybe he got that prescription today, and he's found a new jump shot. Hayden Wilson with the rebound on the missed Wallingford free throw. Gives to Booth, who swings the ball over to Zarita. Zarita up to Booth up top. Coach calling for one shot from the Falcons with 14 seconds on the clock. Zarita throws an ill-advised pass up top, but Booth comes up with it. He drives down the right-hand side of the lane, almost scores the layup. Red tries on the putback, misses it. Guyan with the rebound. Wilson comes up with it. He pushes it up there. There's Red at the buzzer, but 5 offensive rebounds right in a row there, just couldn't get the putback.
That's what Coach was looking for. He said, hey, bring the ball down, shoot the last shot, and somehow get 5 rebounds. I think they're going to make him happy right there.
That's right. So that's your halftime. We've got about 10 minutes here at half, and we will let you listen in on the West Burlington Pep Band.
And you are going to be given an interview with Jeremy Price just in a few minutes, so stand by for that. West Burlington Lady Falcons head coach will be interviewing here in about 5 minutes, call it.
All right, so B-Hop will bring you that interview in just a few seconds. Once again, your West Burlington Falcon lead, 58-19. Go Falcons. Okay, folks, so welcome back here. We want to welcome head coach Jeremy Price up here to the Falcons Nest, high above West Burlington Falcon Court. Welcome, Coach Price. How are you doing?
I'm doing good,
Excellent. After a ball game like that, I can expect that you are. Of course, the Falcon ladies came away with a 54-27 win against the Harmony Rockets. And, Coach, the first thing that stands out here on the stat sheet is, of course, the 8 3-pointers. We were counting up here, and we had to be, I don't know if you know what the percentage was, but talk to us about how that 3-point shot affected the ball game.
We jumped on it quick in the first half. We had a couple set plays that we ran out of, and Tamara knocked down some big ones right off the bat. I think she was 4 for 4 the first half, and Amber hit a couple big ones back-to-back, and I think Aubrey had 2 or 3.
Yep, you're absolutely right about that. Desjardins got a couple, and Schmidt had a couple coming in that corner. Talk to us about that play that you got set up there. You send the girl to the corner and kind of swing the ball around to her. That's a design play.
Yep. It's one of the set plays we run, and backside screen off of it and run her through the middle, and it was open tonight.
Yep.
We just put it in, and it worked pretty good tonight.
Absolutely. What else did you see tonight that you liked from your girls?
Probably the most important thing I liked is the way they're running our defense. They're switching it up, and they're getting after it. We had some turnovers on the press, and we've been getting last 2 games. We've started to turn around our defense, and defense usually turns into offense, and that's what we're trying to get done.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And I noticed coming out in the press, you had a little bit of a man-to-man press at times, but also mostly showed a little bit of a 1-2-1-1. Is that correct?
Yep.
And what are you trying to get out of that 1-2-1-1 press?
We're trying to steal away that middle pass. When we're floating the girl from the other side, and when they're not seeing it, we're attacking the trap and then trying to take away that middle pass.
Yeah, now Harmony really did have some difficulty with the press. We stopped counting there in the first half. They were right up around 19 turnovers there in the first half, and of course, turnovers lead to points.
Yes.
And so talk to us about the big girls. You know, we know you had a lot of great shooting from the outside, and that opens things up on the inside. Tori Moore had a really good game for the Falcons tonight as well.
Tori works hard. She's brought that work ethic to the team this year. She gets out there and gets after it. You can't tell if we're up 50 or down 50. I mean, she's out there. The girl doesn't give up. She works.
Yep.
And it wears off or wears on the rest of our team, and that's what we need.
Absolutely. And of course, you only have 2 seniors with Gerling and Moore. Talk about senior leadership and how that's affecting your team, because you do have some youngsters on your team as well.
Yeah, we got 2 seniors and 3 juniors, and the rest are sophomore and a freshman, 2 freshmen. So we're real spread out. Aubrey's probably one of our main captains on the team. She is a junior. Tori's kind of quiet, and Tamara's kind of quiet. They just kind of do their thing, but those 2 really step up and they really play their game.
Yeah, definitely. And you mentioned Tori's work ethic, and one of the things that B-Hop and I were talking about up here during the course of the game, we've just seen a little bit of a change in Tamira Gerling this year from last year, and she seems to really be bringing some enthusiasm, some positivity out on the floor, at least tonight as we're watching her. And have you seen that kind of reflected in practice as well?
Tamara, when she plays her game, is probably one of the best players that to play. She gets out, and I mean, she hits shots, and she's tough to stop. I mean, she got in foul trouble a little bit early tonight, so she's I think she's one of the top blockers in the state right now, shot blockers. But she's really put it on. It started this summer when she moved back, and she's came and really put it on.
Yeah, it's good to see that, and anytime you can get that kind of work out of your best players, that does rub off on the rest of your team. So talk to us about some of your younger players. You mentioned there's some freshmen and sophomores coming off the bench. Mm-hmm. Obviously, that bodes well for the future for West Burlington and your development of the program.
Yep, we one of our main sophomores is still hurt, Nicole Nichols. She won't be back till this summer. I just got Gabby back, which is going to help. She's our point guard. She gets out there and takes some leadership. She moves girls around and kind of take control of the ball. Amber DeJarnes, the girls can shoot the heck out of the ball. She's going to be a threat. Yep. And I got a couple freshmen. Jerry, if I ever get her to quit fouling, she'll be all right. She brings an aggressive game, and then Megan Ryan, she's really coming around. She plays a heck of a defense. Yeah,
it was good to see the youngsters get onto the floor tonight and get out there and compete, and they did compete well.
Yeah, they did.
So, Coach Price, we want to thank you for coming up here and talking to us up here in the Falcons' nest, and it's always fun to watch the Falcons come away with a victory. I'm sure you'll enjoy this a little bit and get back to work tomorrow.
We need it. We got a big one coming Friday. So
yeah, who do you have on Friday?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. All right, yeah, they're number 1 team in the land and
yes.
In the state, and they are a powerhouse, and they will shoot the ball. What do you have for your game plan for that ball game? If you want to reveal any of that at this point,
we're just going to try to take Taylor, get a hand in Taylor's face, Kilbright's face, and Coffin's face. They killed us last time. I think they had 11 3-pointers in under 3 minutes, and you can't stop that.
Yeah, it's hard to stop. But hopefully the Falcons will come out and they'll really compete like they did tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing how they do on Friday night as well.
That's a big one for us.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach. Again, appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Right, so here we go, the start of the second half for West Burlington Falcons and the Harmony Rockets. The Rockets will have the ball to start the second half. Wallingford will bring the ball across half court. Greer starting the ball game. He brings the pressure, and the pass goes over to the left-hand side. Fogel challenges the shot, and an air ball shot there, but it must have been deflected by someone. It is the Rocket ball underneath their own basket. So to start the second half, we've got Snodgrass, Clements, Greer, Abbott, and Fogel on the floor. A little bit of a different lineup for the Falcons. Deep three-point shot by...
Clements with a block.
Snodgrass gives it away, but Fogel takes it back and gets it in. There's a little bit of a trip, and the Rockets come up with the ball. All of that ends up in a Rocket basket.
No idea what just happened right there.
Well, sometimes, you can get a little bit of sloppiness going, and... of course, these guys are a little bit, they're getting their first really varsity start in the second half here, many of them. Greer steps in, takes a heck of a charge against Wallingford, and it's always great to see a kid step in there and sacrifice themselves for the good of the team.
He did, and I think Wallingford unintentionally had his elbow up there, maybe caught a nice chunk of Rel Greer's chin, but he seems to be all right taking down the ball.
Greer picks it up at the top of the key. He passes over to Abbott on the right-hand side, who feeds Snodgrass at the elbow. He takes a jumper. It's a miss. It's rebounded by Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons gives the ball up to Wallingford. He brings the ball up court, passes it up again to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons back to Wallingford. Wallingford looks around and says, guys, we need to move around a little bit. He calls out the play, and Wallingford goes down the right-hand side on what really looked like an isolation play. And he is fouled on the drive by Greer, I believe.
I think you're right. I think that was totally isolation. He's going to take it in there, and they got what they wanted right there. I mean, could have got a bucket there, but he's at the line for 2.
So we've got a combined 16 points on the floor for the Falcons coming out of the first half. Wallingford steps to the line and misses the first of his free throws in the second half. He steps up for his second. Apparently the foul was on the shot. And it goes off the front of the rim. Clements with the rebound. He dribbles once, passes it out to Abbott. Abbott brings the ball down the middle of the floor. He crosses midcourt, goes to Fogel on the left-hand side, who brings it back to Greer. Greer back to Abbott on the other side. He feeds Snodgrass. Snodgrass look opposite to Fogel, who puts it up to Greer on top. He takes one dribble, goes to the middle lane, and hits the running jumper. Gets fouled.
I don't know who that was for. He threw his hands up and gave a little giggle there, but I think Coach was pretty proud of him. Not pulling up on that three and taking a more statistically sound shot, if you will.
So Greer gets his basket and puts in the free throw to give himself the conventional three-point play in the second half. The foul there was on number 25, Caston, his third.
That's going to take the Falcons up by 40 with that one.
Wallingford goes down to, guess who, Dye in the corner. This time he's a little bit off. Abbott gets the rebound, comes out on 3-on-2. He pushes up to Fogel. Fogel stops to go the opposite way and gets called for the walk down on the left-hand side.
That's a good call there by the man at the stripes.
Wallingford will bring it across half court with Greer giving him a little bit of pressure. He swings the ball over to Townsend. Townsend up to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons back to Townsend on the left-hand side. He brings the ball up to Wallingford. Wallingford's looking for the back door cut by Dye. He gets the ball up high off the glass, but the basket is no good.
Abbott with the rebound there and just dribbled off somebody's foot. Wow.
And the three-point shot by number 23, Townsend, he buries it to cut the lead to 61-24 Falcons. Abbott with the ball on the left-hand side, swings it through Greer to Fogel. He decides to give it a shot. Goes off the backside of the rim again. Abbott with the rebound. He spins, looks inside, and gets a blocking call called on Caston. If I'm not mistaken, that'll be Caston's fourth, which it is.
Coaches, West Burlington sent in 3 with Wilson, Hostetter, and Deshaun Johnson. Coming out, it's going to be Riley Clements, Tyson Abbott, and the big sophomore, number 50, Tate Snodgrass.
Greer will take the ball out of bounds on the baseline, give it into Johnson.
Nice inbound play.
And I believe this foul is going to be called on number 23. That's Townsend. Looks like that'll be his second. And we'll get the ball back underneath. Greer decides to go up to the top of the key, this time to Fogel. Fogel to Hostetter. Hostetter to Greer, who came in on the same side. Hayden Wilson is trying to post up down there low. Deshaun Johnson comes across the middle of the lane, makes the catch. He's standing in the lane for quite a while. Greer drives middle, almost gets the layup. Harmony comes away with a loose ball. They try to go coast to coast. That's number 25. He goes high off the glass. 25 cast and misses the layup. The rebound outlet to Johnson. Johnson goes coast to coast, puts it off the rim, does not use the backboard and misses. Wilson comes up with the rebound, misses his own attempt at the putback. Johnson with the rebound and putback. The basket's good. He will go to the line shooting one.
Looks like Selman's going to come in for Fogel. I got to give Fogel some credit there. There's been 3 or 4 times I've seen 2-on-1 or 1-on-1 fast breaks, and Fogel gives just enough defense. Hasn't fouled a single time when it's been that fast break situation, just enough to disrupt them where they haven't been able to get that easy bucket.
Absolutely. And Johnson missed his free throw. Harmony came away with the rebound. They went coast to coast. Wallingford drove to the lane, and Johnson fouled him, sending Wallingford to the line.
So for the Falcons, you got Deshaun Johnson, Hayden Wilson, Nico Selman, Hostetter, and Mr. Greer.
Wallingford hits his first. And looking at my stats, I'm not sure if that's his 3rd free throw of the half or his 5th. We'll say it's his 3rd as he shoots his 2nd of the attempt.
Lane violation, I think, on Selman. He'll be getting another attempt there, if you will.
Referees blew the whistle a little early on that. Should not have blown the whistle. Should have let Wallingford finish on his free throw, but he will get another attempt. That one goes off the front of the rim and in for Wallingford. That gives him 9 points on the game. Greer dribbles the ball up, goes down the middle, gives it to Hostetter, who feeds Wilson over to Selman, back to Greer. Greer to Johnson, puts it on top to Selman. Selman pushes it over to Greer. Greer looks inside in the trap. Wilson posting up, eventually ends up with the ball, gives it back to Selman. Selman gives it back to him, says, "You shoot it." Wilson misses his little jumper on the right-hand side of the paint. You know, really unselfish play there by Nico Selman. I had the opportunity to watch the Falcons practice a little bit the other night, and one of the things that I heard Coach say is, hey, if Selman's got the ball, you better have your hands ready because he may get it to you. And that was a prime example of that.
Greer's gonna walk away from that, but tied it up with number 21, McCarty. It's going to be West Burlington ball.
Looks like Deshaun Johnson is now going to bring the ball up the floor here with the West Burlington 63-26 lead. He goes over to Zarita, who passes it back up to Selman. I think there was a little bit of jocularity going on there between Selman and Deshaun Johnson on that inbound pass, having Deshaun bring the ball up the floor. The feed went into Wilson. Wilson put up a shot that was short, got his own rebound, and then got fouled on the putback attempt. It's like the foul's on number 21, McCarty. I think that's just his first. So Hayden Wilson will shoot 2 shots. Wilson puts the ball up. It goes off the back of the rim. Wilson's really been working hard to get a basket here.
He has
been. And so far has just not had any luck. Cover on the basket tonight for him. There's his second attempt. It goes off the side of the rim. He continues to work hard, and that hard work will pay off. This time the Rockets try to drive, and I don't know if it's out of frustration or not, but Wilson gets called with the foul. I think he was just trying to get good position.
It's nice seeing Zarita playing for the varsity team. Well, you know, the abilities are definitely there. He transferred to Danville and came back home, and it's nice to see him back nice to see him in green and white again.
And so 23 Townsend goes to the line, and he hits one of his 2 free throws. Selman brings the ball up into the Harmony 2-3 zone. They go into Wilson. They're really trying to get him a basket.
They are.
His teammates are really trying to get him a basket. That one just off the back of the rim. Wallingford goes to the hole on Selman harassing him as he drives. Honig comes away with it, gives it to Zarita. Zarita's driving hard to the lane. He goes to the right-hand side of the floor, misses, gets his own rebound, put-back attempt off the rim. Wilson, Selman comes up with the rebound, gives it up to Wilson. Wilson high off the glass. Hey, he got his basket, and his teammates are excited for him. It's good to see that kind of camaraderie.
I'll tell you what, Nico groups are. We finally took that lid off, if you will, I guess. Nice pass inside.
Yeah, a little bit of Selman stepped out of that help side position on the feed inside, but a good basket by Harmony as they execute their offense. And Selman takes the ball up top. He gives it to Hostetter. Hostetter drives left. Nice little scooping layup. Wilson with the rebound. Hey, there's his second basket. That's a nice job by Hayden on the putback. 36 seconds to go in the third quarter, 67-29 West Burlington lead. Hostetter tries to bail himself out, and kind of an errant, mistaken play on the pass by 21. That's McCarty. He follows up Wilson. He's saying, hey, I'm sorry, man. Didn't mean to do that. And Wilson got up there, put a little pressure on. And
little too much, if you will. I mean,